Alright, Thomas Sante Green.
Mate, just grab Joey Silly. Thomas Shaw.
Alright, so at the start of last week we had Leanne's singing lesson and we did Can't Wait to Be King. And then I found out my vocal range as well I went through it with Leanne, which was interesting. And I am officially a bass singer.
Oh damn, what am I?
Yeah. Mine, I found out mine's like E2 to B3.
That's
So
quick.
and I'll go up to E, so it's E2 to B3 to E3. So that's like my range and my extended range.
I go to C -2 and C4, so I don't actually know if that's good or not. Either way, doing Can't Wait to Be King I actually really enjoyed because it's just an uplifting, happy song, and Lion King's like my favourite Disney, so it was like good. It was nice doing a song from there.
Yeah, it has a lot of harmonies, so
Yeah.
I was able to put a lot of harmonies on it and like sort of work with like mixing harmonies to make it sound good.
I had the part of Zazie, which I enjoyed because Zazie
bird,
was
didn't it?
amazing. Yeah,
Yeah, we had the bird. The bird was sick.
definitely.
I was Simba.
Then we had next we had our lesson with Emma, where we started creating our costume designs, which was really interesting and I enjoyed because I got to start designing the way I wanted my costume to look for Wind in the Willows, like my ensemble costume, and I really liked the way I designed it.
Yeah, I missed out on that session. I didn't do it, but from what I heard, they were like making their costumes and stuff. So the next lesson I'm just gonna have to catch up on that real quick and like sort of get it done.
Yeah, with me is that I didn't actually know it was costume that we're gonna wear. So it like got to the point where it's like, oh, I don't actually want to draw that anymore, but I just carried on drawing it because it looked. Emma said it was looking nice and it worked, so I just carried on working on it. But I don't want to wear it, but I'm gonna have to for the piece, so I'm just gonna get it, like do it, wear it, get out of the way.
After this, we had Gary in the
Gary.
afternoon, and
Good old
we
Gary.
just worked on our audition technique, so
Yeah,
like
we did.
prepping for auditions, and Gary said I was good with my technicalities and stuff, and that I hit them all when he ran an improv scene for us on camera, so we had to hit the marks and have our correct eye line, etc. Yeah.
We did the interview thing again,
Yeah, we do.
and this time I got put into the coffee shop scene. So there was two girls. I was like the waiter. And I was meant to be hot, and they were meant to find me attractive and had little jokes. And so we started off like the first run through. We just did that, and we sort of just played with it a little bit. Then the second time he was just like, I want you to improvise. So we've come in, we started it the original way, and then we like improvised and carried on from there. And it sort of gave us like a look into what they would like ask us to do, and it let us like explore with each other. And then after we'd done that, he sat us down, put it onto like the screen and let us watch it, and he picked out things that were good and things that were bad, and maybe points where they like the people watching the tapes would like either turn over or just skip it. So it kind of lets you look into like fixing yourself up, so when you go for these things, you know that you have to do this certain sort of thing for them to watch the whole way through to see what you're actually like, and not just lose the job on the spot.
Yeah, with us it was doing the auditions, so going in, getting interviewed, getting like questioned and all that, and then doing our own scene, which I think mine was a scene where it was like from camera right to camera left, there was like an object that wasn't anything, and then as it got further to the left of the camera, so further to camera left, it started to get worrying, which I found that quite easy because it's kind of it's easy in a way to look worried and scared because you just think of a situation that you were in like for ages ago or something like that you've been in, and you just put that in this like time, put it in this time, and just it's a lot easier to do. So I found that quite easy. But then we got questioned to see if, like, questioned after to see, oh, did we actually like? Would you think you looked in? Did you look like you were interested?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Some questions.
I didn't. Thing is with me is that it was bad because I didn't look interested because like my face is just like that.
It's like what Gary said to me. He said, "You do look interested, but when I get embarrassed, I laugh." So I laugh too much, and he said that's one thing that will make him skip it. It's just like if you're embarrassed, just try and hide it, and like, don't try and laugh and make it less tense.
It's kind of hard. It's like, yes, you're embarrassed, but it gets to a point where it's like, because you're an actor and this is what you will do, it's like you just got to get it over and done with. So you try to ignore the embarrassment. So it's like you don't get embarrassed anymore.
We had Haley's session and we did some Pilates and went over a new routine.
Oh yeah.
The Pilates themselves were like intense, and I did feel the ache afterwards. I mean, like, it didn't like physically exhaust me to the point where I couldn't like stand up, but I definitely felt the ache in my body.
It was just annoying because my socks kept slipping.
Yeah, we had ballet, but I went in ballet. But what I've heard we're doing.
You meant tap?
Tap was the one. Tap, not ballet. Tap. They're doing like higher grade stuff now. So we was at tier 2, but now we've moved up into like tier 3 tap. So that's what we're sort of looking at now. I'm not sure what we did, but I know we're now doing tier 3 tap.
And then after that we had a session with Stevie, and we got into groups 3. My group was Adam and Tanner, and then we're given a piece of paper with a plot, and then we were given like a cast of the H&Ds, and we had to
that
cast
one.
them. And I picked Ella. Like, our group came to the conclusion that we wanted Ella and Ollie, and then we were put into another group with 2 other groups, and then we had to fight over the castings. Fortunately, no one had picked our castings for our piece. They picked everyone else, so we didn't really have to argue over anyone. So we finished up early because of it.
That was different for
Ours
us.
was so different.
Ours was so different.
Yeah, we kind of went into a debate about characters.
Yeah.
And we had a massive, long, deep discussion about why they're good for this piece and why they're good for that piece. Then we end up having a group decision and voting. Yeah, it didn't end well.
It didn't end well. I
But-
feel like it.
But at least it gives us an idea of what the H&Ds were.
It was
sort of
gonna
going
turn
for.
into an actual fight.
Like, yeah, it was getting heated. We stayed out of this.
Yeah, we just
we
kept
sat
quiet.
back and watched, but we gave our input at times.
Yeah, we did.
It might have not made it better, but
I don't think it did make it better,
no,
but
nothing
we
made
did
it better.
because it was mainly heated with Renee and Joanna.
Leah, Joanna, and Renee were
Yeah.
going at it.
Literally, they were going at it.
So ours was different to theirs.
Ours was
we
a
got there
lot
in the
different.
end.
Yeah.
we got there.
And then on the
took
Friday, we found out our castings and what groups we were in. I'm quite happy with my groups, to be honest. I mean, I got the Red Door musical, and I've got quite a good piece in that. And then I got Boys, Bras, and something else, and it's quite a good piece. So yeah, I was quite happy.
We got, me and Tom, Lads Comedy.
Lads Holiday, which,
Four
Not-
talking lads.
yeah, which I actually really like. Like, I'm actually looking really forward to doing this piece, because not gonna lie, I thought, I'd be in like a piece that I didn't want to do or something like that, but I was actually really happy with the outcome with both of my both of the groups that I'm in. I'm actually really happy.
liked
Yeah.
my first pick, but I remember when I was going around, I was talking to the H&Ds about like what I wanted to do and what I didn't do, what I didn't want to do. I specifically said I don't really want to do a musical and I don't want to do anything serious. I'm gonna go because I've done too much serious stuff. Turns up I end up getting a really serious second piece about bullying and divorce. So yeah, it worked out, did. So I don't mind it. I don't mind who I'm working with. I'm working with Maddie, and it's like that's sort of a good partner. Like she's good at actress, so it's fine. But I didn't really want to do a serious piece.
With mine is with the lads' holiday was when we was talking to H&D. I spoke to the director James. I was like to him, I want to do some. Well, I don't mind improvisation, but I kind of want to do like get better at it. So that's why lads' holiday is good because it involves quite a bit of improvisation, which I think the group we're in we can definitely do.
Yeah.
We can definitely like go around it, do well, and just hopefully make a really good piece.
Just make it really funny.
Yeah. So that's why I'm really happy with my group.
Yeah.
And then the second group, I can't remember what it's called, but it's like, do you know, Tom, you're in the group, do you know it?
Boys, bras and something.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about rape, and it's about a true story. Yeah, it's about true stories. What are you doing? It's about a true story on a girl with her boyfriend. She was like so, what was it? She's got anxiety and depression and all that, so it was really like messing with her head. So she thought her boyfriend didn't love her because he was constantly saying, "Oh, I love your your mum and all that." It's like talking about her mum, which led her to think that her boyfriend is cheating on her with her mum. So they're having a thing. So then the girl, she goes to Facebook, talks to a guy, meets him, and then ends up getting raped and killed. So it's like, it's a dark play, but it's kind of got a comedic bit at the start with between the boyfriend and the girlfriend. So I kind of like that bit. But no, that's the both plays I'm in.
Well, I think that sums up last week. Didn't have anything else. Right. Cool.
Strength and weakness. Strength. Probably with the because with the second group that I'm in, we had to do some improvisation. I thought I was pretty good at that, considering improvisation isn't my strongest. But with that, I thought I did really well, and I performed well, and came up with good ideas. My weakness, not gonna lie, my weakness was probably a debate, because I didn't give much input or anything, and I wasn't really fighting for our actors, so that's probably my weakness.
Strength probably have to be just getting on and working with people, because a lot of people moaned about their group and stuff. I didn't really mind. I just sort of realised who was in the group, and I was just like, this could work, and actually put my effort in. The improvisation went really strong. You just like try to think of something, and just instead of sitting out, just try to jump in and try and think of something and make a good impression to the H&Ds and H&D2s. Weakness, I've got to stop laughing when something's awkward, because it can really sort of ruin something. So I've got to sort of hide the awkwardness and just play off as like it's normal, instead of trying to laugh or divert the situation.
I'd say weakness would be endurance. I need to core train more for dance and stuff, because that the Pilates trained me a bit more than I was expecting. And then I'd say strength would just be prepping for our pieces. Like, I was on it and I'm ready to just axe.
I think that was it.
Cool.
Alright. Bye.